Alright, so today I'm back with another Blue Lock leak video, and today we will go over chapter 290, which is completely insane as PXG is on the counter with RIN in the main focus, and Isagi and Kaiser have to do everything in their power to try and stop him. But the question is, can they now that RIN has evolved? But I don't want to say too much, so you will just have to sit back and watch to find out what happens. Anyway, before jumping into it, please leave a like and a comment, as well as join the Discord. So with that, let us dive right into the leaks because I'm super excited for it. Alright, so we start from when RIN blocked the ball in the last chapter, which made it fly high up into the sky. Everyone is looking at the flying ball, and Nanase just says RIN's name, while Karasu comments that it's exciting, asking if the non-ordinaries also think that. Shido is grinning left to right while looking manic and saying that it's time to counter. The ball then falls down and lands in the hands of Charles, who says that it's the PXG grand finale. He screams, "Ready, go!" before shooting it up on the field. Isagi is looking closely and says shit and that it was 100% unexpected, referring to RIN's play. But he can't stop thinking about how he managed to stop them, even when they had just achieved their improvised chemical reaction. But then, right by his side, RIN appears, and he looks insane, like he has lightning in one of his eyes. RIN says that he's going to stick to Isagi in a 4-meter radius. He says that he has all of Isagi's physical abilities and specs ingrained in his brain, and with his physical prowess and Isagi's individual skills, RIN can react and stop him all within a 4-meter radius. RIN starts to look even more furious as he gets his tongue out like the freak that he is, but says that the most critical moment is when Isagi links up with Kaiser again. Isagi is looking at RIN in shock, thinking that RIN is really crazy, and starts to wonder what to do. He thinks that if RIN is on him, he should just get away for once. However, that creates another problem because if he moves on his own, then his link up with Kaiser will disappear even more, and then the newborn bastard Munchen will be destroyed. Isagi continues and says that in this last moment, RIN has found a new motivation and renewed himself, and because of that, Isagi knows deep down that there's no way that he could back down. And just because of that, Isagi starts to enter his god mode again, and is now determined to win against RIN in this 4-meter radius. RIN thinks that this is just what he wants. However, as he encourages this, he thinks that Isagi's mind, his freedom, his dreams, his spirit, and everything most dear to him, RIN is going to ruin it all. And then I'm not even kidding when I say that we get the most insane panel, combined with RIN's rage aura. It starts to form a hand above both him and Isagi, with an eye in the middle of it, and this art is just insane. I can't wait till I can show it in my real chapter review video. After that, we get over to Nanase, who sends away the ball and tells all of PXG to snap back into the game and to connect with his pass even if it kills them. Raichi is trying to hold down Karasu, but Karasu still manages to get the pass and tells Zantetsu to run. Zantetsu, who is in a fierce battle with Hiyori, gets the ball and passes it away, while saying lactic acid linear motorcar dash, which I have no clue what it's supposed to mean. Raichi looks at the fast pace of PXG's game and is amazed at how they haven't stopped even once, and Hiyori adds on by saying that they have passed the midfield already. The pass from Zantetsu landed in the hands of Charles. He looks at RIN and sends away a killer pass towards him. However, that turned out to be wrong, as the ball wasn't for RIN even after his insane awakening, and instead, it was for Shido. Shido said something in French which I translated to, "I love you, contrarian," which is a bit worrying as Charles is like a literal child, and I wouldn't be surprised if he caught a case soon. Anyway, to come and stop Shido, the king, Kiora comes and tells him that it's not over yet. But Kiora isn't alone. Out of nowhere, Kunigami bashes into Shido's body, telling him to just try and shoot while calling him a vermin. But Shido just smiles and says that it's sudden, and says that he is also a contrarian too. Kiora is in shock that Shido didn't shoot, and Kunigami says that he really decided to pass to RIN. Isagi and RIN are still in an insane battle, but RIN tells Isagi to let go and battle one last battle. Isagi, on the other hand, just thinks that the goal is 33 meters away, which is just a bit too far to shoot, but if they go a few meters ahead, he can definitely get in a shot, calling it a one-action deadline. Hey, it's Natsu, mid-editing here, and I just wanted to pause the video to ask you to subscribe if you haven't already, and while you're already down there, why not leave a like as well? Shido tries to get himself back into the mix and calls out for a pass from RIN, which is just delusional thinking from Shido if we are honest. And Isagi knows just that, as he says that RIN wants to clash with Isagi and then shoot, actually calling himself a sacrificial pawn because he knows that Kaiser is on his way there, which turns out to be true as we see Kaiser rushing over to the two of them. Kaiser looks furious while saying that it's here, right the clash and shoot spot, and says that he will barge in. Isagi, still in his god mode, says that Kaiser is the best, However, to everyone's shock, RIN just says lukewarm and that he was waiting for this heat, as he says that he has his new hand aura around him, which looks insane. Both Kaiser and Isagi are in shock at how RIN managed to read this and didn't aim to clash with Isagi in the end, but instead he was aiming to clash with Kaiser, which is what he does as he barges his body against Kaiser. And I hate to say it again, but this panel is just spectacular. Like, it's truly wild. Anyway, RIN continues and says Isagi's name before explaining that destroying his greatest passion is RIN's biggest pleasure, and just then you think that it's about to be over. Everything changes, as even though RIN has barged into Kaiser, he isn't done yet, as Kaiser says sorry. But when it comes to physical contact, he has a very special education since he was a kid. And in mid-air, he manages to somehow hold on to RIN and start to swing himself back while looking like he wants to kill RIN. RIN realizes that something is very wrong as he looks at Kaiser's posture and realizes that he plans to spin in the air. Kaiser then goes into insane mode and calls himself a piece of shit, but says that his upbringing was way worse than theirs. And he then managed to shoot away the ball right through RIN's aura hand and break it for now. Isagi on the sideline can't believe what he is seeing and asks if Kaiser is a god while calling him a superstar. The ending text says that Kaiser, who grew up in the dark, defends by a thread. It's time to counter, and now that it's bastard Munchen's counter, they have to score soon. Like there's no way that this game can keep going on for any longer. Anyway, the next chapter will be called Fastest, which could be talking about Zantetsu, but that would be weird, as it's bastard Munchen's counter, and if Zantetsu out of nowhere is going to get a new power-up, then this game could be going on forever. But what do you think the name Fastest could be about? Anyway, I'm super happy to tell you guys that there is no break next week, which means that the streak continues, and we will continue getting weekly chapters for now, which I'm super happy about. Anyway, let's quickly talk about this madness of leaks, as this chapter can honestly be completely insane when we see it in the official panels. Now I'm not going to lie, but when RIN got himself in a 4-meter radius of Isagi, it was just super dope, because it's true that RIN's physical abilities are better, which means that Isagi wouldn't really stand a chance against RIN in such a close distance. It's really like RIN locked Isagi down and made him useless. Now Shido getting the ball was something. Outside of his goal, he's just been battling with Kunigami, which we also saw more of later when Kunigami barged into him, but yeah. Anyway, Kaiser's and Isagi's team up has been so interesting to see. The way that they both agree that they have to work together to win is so wholesome in a way, because in the last chapter Kaiser was willing to pass and let Isagi score, and in this one Isagi even called himself a sacrificial pawn for Kaiser to stop RIN. Now yes, he was just a sacrificial pawn in the defense, but I still just like seeing their team up. And then lastly, when RIN and Kaiser collided with each other, it was insane. Like, not only in the art aspect, even though that panel looks insane, but it was just so cool, especially when Kaiser started to spin while being on top of RIN just so that he could manage to get down to the ground again and kick away the ball. But anyway, now it's in the hands of bastard Munchen, as it's their counter, and let's see what they cook. If you like Blue Lock and videos like this, then I would highly suggest you subscribe to this channel, and while you are at it, leave a comment and a like, as it helps out with the algorithm a ton. And if you are curious to see another video of mine, then please watch the video that will be popping up on the screen now. Anyway, thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye.